Alright, welcome to a casted game. We've got BlackyBear here. He's in his Leo. On Prokorovka, this is ranked. At the moment, he's at the time he was playing this game was, in third div. We've got a team that is, well, 3 Kranvagans on either side, so maybe they'll be looking to play hill and play in the mid ridge and so on. Black here, he's gone to the 2 line to probably try to pick out enemies. A little bit dangerous considering, there's a Batchat in the team, and, Batchats being what they are, if the Batchat decides to play 2 line, they'd easily outspot it. Gotta be careful of knocking down the trees. Don't really want to give away your intentions. Leo, if he's actually playing mid, it's not gonna be too easy for him to get out of there if he gets lit. Meantime, looking to make some progress. He's got a 277 if he's had to back him up. So, with a 277 VZ behind him, he's looking to play, the C1 bush. That way he can get shots on the tanks that are in mid. It's a little bit dangerous considering there's a Batchat is in play, but since the Batchat hasn't pushed up, didn't spot the cross, he's got all the time in the world to take shots on the Kranvagen. First one in the Kranvagen right in mid. The shots going into the hold down tanks in the middle are super important, because what it means is, these Kranvagens don't exactly have the hit points to take any further fights in mid. Meanwhile, another Kranvagen runs into the dip. But he got shot at pretty high, and yeah, he gets spotted, takes a shot from the STB, but he got away with very little punishment there. Meanwhile, the enemy team wins the hill on the 0 line, so a little bit of trouble coming out of that. Backs off that back to the 2 line, where he's gonna look to try to take shots in mid. Kranvagen on the 0 line is in a bit of trouble, but the STB at Kranvagen actually takes out the STB. Meantime, Blackie's looking for shots on the Kranvagen in mid as well. Can't really find them because you're not in that elevated position. Kind of hard to, shoot tanks that are in mid. But then again, it's not like he can play particularly high either. Meanwhile, the C4 overpoke took a little bit of damage. But because he was using the wreck of the STB, no shot for Blackie, unfortunately. Right now, I'd actually say that the enemy team actually does have a bit of a better position right now. They control the hill on the 0 line, and the Batchat hasn't been seen, so we don't know if he's looking to try to make progress down the 2 line or not. Takes a shot at Kranvagen, goes for the turret and misses. Right now, it's just the usual tense moment kind of thing in Prokorovka. Meantime, the 0 line actually pushes down on the tank that is in the 0 line. So it's a Kran taking out a Kran. I kind of hope, you kind of have to hope in the situation the 6 line actually has done enough damage. Meanwhile, the Super Conk is trying to overpoke against the tanks 140 in a Kranvagen, so Blackie here, he's able to punish them. Already on 2.2k damage. The great thing about the way that people play ranked is that, people actually try to work in a team, but, there's always some value when playing as an anchor, in the sense that you can actually engage multiple different angles at a different time, and being able to do that damage can be the difference between winning and losing. Like, just having another tank to farm might just make the enemy think twice before they push again. Batchat actually spotted in D7s, which means that it's very possible to try to make a play down the 2 line. VZ actually makes into the dip, but he takes a clip. Batchat charges over. Misses that shot hits a track on the Batchat, but, Kranvagen's able to take him out. As the Batchat actually rams a Kranvagen. Alright, 5-3 right now. It's not so bad, but, positionally it's not good shot on the Kranvagen. Super important shot. Basically means that tanks in mid will no longer be harassed. And with this, you know, they're a bit low on HP, but they've got a lot of. They've got more guns in the game. Their position is starting to look a bit better, just from a few kills here and there. Leo 1 takes out the VZ on low health. Elf 277's on pretty low health as well, but Blackie's got a few free shots on the Super Conk. If they can actually nail the Super Conk, they'll get free shot. They'll actually control mid, and after that, the VZ Leo doesn't really have anywhere to run afterwards. What? Super Conk finds him, gets spotted, and the VZ connects one shot. Super Conk as well. Lucky not to connect the third shot. I think the only thing that I would say about the play in E1 was that if he actually used bush mechanics a bit more, like right now where the bush is like opaque so you can't get spotted through it, that would have been a lot better, because as you can see the hit points are quite close. So if all three tanks were able to do like the damage you needed, Blackie here, who would have been on 400 HP or something, or potentially dead as well. It's a really tight game, both 7-7 apiece. And this is when Blackie decides to go for flank. I think if he actually does end up getting a long flank done, manage to flank the Super Conk, get him killed really quickly, you know, there's not really much response that. Oh no, the Kran actually gets a Super Conk. So the play would have been, if he didn't get the Super Conk, run down the 7 line and try to go over the rails and flank Super Conk, or alternatively go all the way back to K line and flank. But because now the Kran's picked him up, you can take a much shorter route, which is exactly what Blackie's doing. And now he's looking to try to spot and shoot the VZ and Leo. Yeah, playing a different angle is quite smart. But you know, with the VZ at the bottom of that ridge, I think they would have been able to. I mean, it makes 2-line play possible. But now the Kran's actually coming back to 6 line and making a play there. Blackie's just trying to aim for the H4 bush, or the bushes right in front of him, just so you can get lights. He got lit, but you know, because Leo being what it is, he doesn't get punished for it. I suspect he got lit as soon as he railed down. Picks up the Leo, and the VZ's kind of stuck in no man's land. The Super Conk can easily poke over whenever he wants to get to farm the VZ. There's not really nothing the VZ can do. All in all, pretty well played game by Blackie. He got 5k damage. Probably the only thing that could have went better, or aside from penning that shot, is, but you know, he outruns the VZ gun anyway. Probably the only thing that could have went better is picks up the kill. The only thing that 5k damage, beautiful game. The only thing that probably could have gone better was, you know, in the E1 corner, if he was using bush mechanics, would have saved him a lot of HP. But other than and you know, I guess it's important in tanks, but especially in the Leo, because you don't really have the HP. But otherwise, very well played. Very, very good anchor game, anchor roll game, and the Leo, which is, you know, probably one of the better ways to play the Leo on Prokorovka. Folks, thanks for watching this casted game. This has been BlackyBear's game. If you guys have any games from Ranked that you guys are keen to, you know, share on this channel and for me to cast, I'm more than happy to do so. Just, yeah, feel free to, you know, comment with a replay link. I'll have a look, and you know, if it's good enough, I'm more than happy to cast it and share it. All right, thanks. Bye for now.